Hey, Nite here. Welcome back to ESO. In the last episode, we cleansed the standing stones and defeated the race around the weird tree. This allowed us to get inside the heart of the tree, where we purged the corruption wraith, purifying it with the help of the guardians. Afterwards, we were directed toward Camlorn to investigate the presence of werewolves. But we're not headed there just yet, as there's still some things we can do around Daggerfall. Okay, so I'm thinking we head back to the city to investigate a way to communicate with Claudie's spirit for what was his name? Athel? Baleborn? Let me see. Yeah, Athel Baleborn. Now, do I want to take a mount back to Daggerfall, or do we want to fast travel? I usually don't fast travel, but for the sake of moving this along, let's go ahead and fast travel to the Rosy Line if I can select it. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. All right, we're right outside, or right inside, outside of our room of the Rosy Lion. And he told us to go to the Mage's Mill, the Mage's Guild, to find a way to communicate with that spirit. And here we go. Alina.
Honestly, why fight a foe up close when you can roast them from afar? Some people call it cowardice. Me? I call it good sense.
Do you have a book on how to summon spirits?
I do hope you're not dabbling in necromancy. That magic always causes more harm than good. But yes, we probably have what you seek. Check upstairs. That's where we keep books on the arcane arts.
All right, thanks. The reality of spirits.
A collection of foolish thoughts, that. All to sell more books. Don't expect to find much truth in a tome such as that.
Okay, well, you just snuck up on me.
Summoning spirits can be dangerous work. I heard about you. About how you entered the ruins of Baleborn Tower. You must not undo the sacrifices that have already been made. My master sent me to give you advice and guide you to the right decision.
And how do you intend to do that?
By helping you accomplish what the Baleborn has requested. My master sent me to help you summon the spirit. You need to see why the Baleborn curse must not be broken.
Why shouldn't it be broken?
Words are so much less effective than seeing the reality of a thing. Now think carefully before you answer my next question. I need to determine if you can truly summon the spirit of the dead. What is the spirit's name?
So we can give him the right answer, the wrong answer, or ask. Okay. Claudie.
Claudie Themond was a quiet woman. She never wanted power or riches. All she wanted was love. family. A home to call her own. What token did the one she loved give to her? What was the gift that would prove to be her undoing?
A necklace.
Something so ordinary as a piece of jewelry, once promised an eternity of love. And yet it led to Claudy's untimely death. My final question. What drove Claudy to act as she did?
Act as she did. When she was alive, or when she was imprisoned, or when she was dead? I don't know. Let's just assume he's talking about when she died. Revenge.
Yes, revenge. She hated the Baleborns. Wanted to destroy them more than anything. Except saving her child. The deal she made, you'll see. I'll take those items. Go on to the gravesite by the Daggerfall Cathedral. We will send Claudy there.
Okay. I don't know about this guy. Something seems off about him. Claudy's ghost has appeared nearby. I should speak to her. Okay, so it looks like Claudy is down here. I don't know what she's doing in town. I figured she would be back at the estate. But she's here, so let's go talk to her. Is she above or below? I saw that orb and I thought it was her, but no, she's probably... There she is. Might as well help this guy fight this werewolf. Alright, Claudy.
What is this place? What happened to the tower? What have you done? The Baleborns hired you, didn't they? But you don't understand. You don't know what I gave up to stop them. I lost everything. I lost my baby.
What? Tell me what happened.
I fell in love with a coward. A Baleborn who couldn't disappoint his mother, even if it meant his beloved had to die. My love turned to hatred in that tower. Before the end, I begged and prayed for someone to help my unborn child.
And someone answered your prayers?
You have to understand. Akatosh, Daedra, it didn't matter who heard me. I just wanted my baby to live.
Then what happened?
I made a bargain. Got my revenge. Saved my baby. The Baleborns deserved to lose what they loved the most. Their wealth. Their lands. I felt my child leave me. I could smell the smoke from the tower. I heard the screams. The deal had been struck.
The Baleborns are different now.
The Baleborns don't change. That family carries evil in its heart. Let them all rot. The ward and the waterfall will always keep the Baleborns away. The Master made it with his own blood.
What happens if I remove the ward?
No, you can't. The Master won't let you. My baby. What would become of him? The Master would kill him. I don't believe you would do such a thing. You know the Baleborns are evil. You know that my curse must stand.
I don't know, man. You made a deal with Daedra. Alright. So now we have... I spoke to the ghost of Claudy and heard her story. I can either go to the waterfall near the tower and break the curse, or tell Ethel Baleborn to forget his inheritance and leave. I need to decide what to do. Okay. This is, I don't know. I can tell him to forget about it, but he seemed pretty insistent on wanting his property. So even if I tell him no, forget about it, I'm not sure he'll actually do that. And if I break the curse, I'm essentially ignoring her, I don't know, her request, but again, she dealt with the Daedra, so is it really the best course of action? Is this the waterfall? I think that, no, the waterfall's probably up higher. I don't know, man. Seems like a hard decision. Because it's pretty vague in terms of what exactly the decisions are. But I think I'm going to try and break the curse. Yeah, because it's Daedra. Oh. That was creepy. Oh, he hits hard.
No! What? What have you done? The deal has been broken! My child! What will become of my child?
I don't know. But maybe he won't be cursed? You think a Daedra is just gonna let your child off scot-free? I don't know, man. I feel bad, but let's go to Ethel. See what he has to say. Oh, did he move up here? He's not on the road anymore? How do you get all the way up here? Remember, that's the reason why we're here, because he said he couldn't get up this far.
Do you remember anything? Where you came from? Who you are?
My head is pounding. I think my name is Stefan.
So, Stefan the Mond. I'm guessing this is Claudie's son.
I walked in here and this young man nearly fell on my head. And you? Were you successful?
The curse is broken.
Figured as much. It felt like the air shifted for a moment. When we tried to walk through the ruins, nothing stopped us this time. But as soon as we walked in here, this man fell out of the sky. We thought it was an ambush.
That looks like the man I met in Daggerfall.
Really? He whispered a name or something. Siniak or Saniak, something like that. He looked confused. And then he said, Themond. Do you have any idea what all that means?
The contract was broken. This has to be Claudi's son.
He's the son of the ghost that tried to kill me? Well, that's just great. I think he's hurt. But if he wants to pick up where his ghostly mother left off...
So what are you gonna do?
If I took after my father, I'd put an end to the young man. It would be the prudent thing to do. But I never liked my father. There's been enough hatred between our families. It's time things changed.
Good for you. But you mentioned payment for services rendered?
Of course, of course. You've certainly been more useful than these hired hands. The Baleborns are once again on their way to the top, and I have you to thank for that. I'll always remember the small part you played to make this happen.
Okay. So we get a ring, part of the Bloodthorn's touch set. And we leveled up. Can we talk to him again?
I'll rebuild this manor, but not for my father's sake. I think he and my grandmother caused enough trouble here. The new Baleborn manor will be different. It won't be a name to fear anymore. It will be a name to love.
We'll see. Stefan?
I feel free. It's as though a burden has been lifted from me. A burden I didn't know I carried. Whatever you did, it feels right. When my memory returns, I'll find you and thank you properly for this.
Sure, no problem. Claudi's journal. I can't help but feel that my Lord Maurice is interested in me for more than my duties as a servant. He glanced at me several times these past weeks as I brought dinner to the table or poured the wine. He just smiles and looks into my eyes like I'm an equal, not as if I were a young woman merely there to refill his flagon or clear away the dirty dishes, but as someone he might actually be interested in. I don't know what to think of it. I'm probably just imagining it, dreaming about what life could be like if I didn't have to serve and clean every day. It's a dream, but I can hope that it comes true, can't I? I wasn't imagining things. Tonight in the hallway, Lord Maurice pulled me aside. He asked me if I was married, if I had a family. Speechless would be a good word for my reaction. He's so... what's the word I'm looking for? Kind, different. His father and mother beat me repeatedly for simple transgressions, but their son isn't like that. He's so nice. I'm still having a difficult time believing it. He wants to see me again, alone. I'm not sure what to think about all of this. Lord Maurice came to me again. He said he wanted to tell me something. He took my hand and led me off into the night. Hand in hand, we snuck through the gardens and sat on a bench beneath the moon. The way he looked at me sent shivers down my spine. Our love is forbidden. A rich noble like him and me, a simple servant. Still, we care for each other deeply. He plans to tell his parents of our love soon. I hope that goes well. Oh man, that's incredibly sad. Now, what else can we do? We got something back here. We got something over here. All the way to the right of the map. Oh, let's level up. One attribute, one skill. Refreshing drink. And Dungeon Finder Crypt of Hearts Part 1. Alright. Stamina. Confirm that. Do we have any new... Oh god. What's happening? Oh, we got imps. All right, let's get out of this area here. Okay. We got out of that area. Now, what do I want to do? What is this right here? Western Overlook. And that place we have to do for the Undaunting is this way too. Silum, I believe it was called.
Hey,
Shrieking.
you. Want to make a bit of gold?
Okay. Leonce Dell? Dial?
Stranger, a word. You look like the courageous type. I have an opportunity. You're sober, aren't you? Good. Are you interested in taking on a contract?
What type of contract?
Nothing too dangerous. My father, Lord Dial, hired a group called the Daggers to investigate the Harpy threat. But they've been gone too long, and I'm beginning to worry. We don't want any blood on our hands when this is all over.
So, what do you need from me?
Well, I need you to go and find them. You can take the one dagger who managed to find his way back to camp with you. He can fill you in on the details. I'd send my guards, but then they wouldn't be protecting me. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, I understand. I'll see what I can do. Okay. The Dagger's Edge. Lord Dial of Daggerfall and his sons are investigating the recent Harpy attacks along the coast. They hired a group of mercenaries called Daggers to help them and their research. But the Daggers have never returned from the Shrieking Scar. One member of the Daggers did make it back to camp. Lord Dial and his sons have asked me to help Bumnog find the Daggers and finish their job. I should talk to Bumnog and get more information. Alright, Bumnog. What's the lowdown?
You're going to help me find the rest of the daggers? I'm not sure you're dagger material. Your hands look kind of soft and delicate. Like you've never beaten anything into submission with your own two fists before.
Oh, man. Just tell me what's going on here.
The daggers were hired to help Lord Deal gather research about the Harpies. We get him what he needs and we get paid. Simple as pie. But now the rest of the daggers are missing. We need to find them and make sure our first mission is a success.
This is the Dagger's first mission?
Everyone has to start someplace. Even the Fighters Guild had a first mission, didn't they? Who are you to judge? Now let's get out there and do what we're getting paid for. Let's find the daggers and bring back their research.
What kind of research are we talking about?
Harpies, eggs, whatever we can bring back so Lord Deal can figure out why these birds have become so violent lately.
And what do we need to do?
We have to find the missing daggers. Gelvin, our leader, and the Remley brothers. We find them and help them finish their jobs. And while we're at it, we look for the Queen Birdie, Fowling. She's a vicious killer and she needs to be dealt with.
Alright, I got some questions.
We shouldn't dawdle, so make it quick.
Who are the Daggers?
We're an odd bunch, that's for sure. Gelvin found each of us either drinking away our troubles or begging for gold on the streets of Daggerfall. We were good for nothing and all but forgotten. Gelvin wanted to change that.
Why'd you decide to form your own group?
A few of us tried to join the city guard or hook up with the Fighters Guild. Truth be told, they wouldn't have us. We weren't good enough for them. So we formed the Daggers to show them that they're wrong.
How did the Daggers hook up with Lord Deal?
Lord Deal's guards were in the city, looking to hire some muscle. They found us in the Rosy Lion, celebrating our newly formed partnership. We needed a job. Lord Deal needed some help, and here we are.
Did you ask about the job before accepting it?
Well, not really. We were talking about how we needed to find a job, and suddenly Lord Deal's men were making us an offer. We took it as a sign that we were doing the right thing. The daggers were going places.
Why don't you use a weapon?
I vowed that I would always face my opponents as an equal. If an enemy came at me with a sword, I would meet his blade with one of my own. The Harpies fight with claws. How could I go up against them with anything more than the fists nature gave me?
But their claws are as sharp as razors.
Sharp and natural. They don't wield weapons, so neither will I. I will fight them head on, fists against claws, and I will do so with honor.
If you say so. All right, let's go. These daggers seem like they seem like real winners. All right, let's see here. Okay, a heavy trap. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute.
How in the 8 do you expect to trap a flying harpy with a trap set on the ground? You're an idiot. You know that, right?
You know I hate it when you yell at me, brother. Now calm down and help me figure out how to get a harpy to trip a wire on the ground. Oh. I see the problem now.
Looks like we found the Remley brothers.
Did we? Where? Right here by the... Alright, well... Let's get this sky shard first. Alright, here are the Remley brothers. They're trying to use a trap on the ground to catch a harpy that flies. Makes perfect sense.
By Stendar, I thought we'd have this figured out by now. We're supposed to be the Daggers gadgeteers, after all. I never knew harpies could be so tricky.
Did Lord Deal send you? Well, there's nothing new to report except that my brother is an idiot. Armo placed dozens of traps and he just realized something. Harpies don't walk. Now we're trying to figure out how to salvage the situation.
What are you trying to do?
We're trying to capture a few of these creatures. Lord Deal wants to observe the Harpies and see if they demonstrate any odd behavior that might explain the recent acts of aggression. But we're still working on our traps, as you can see.
Are all your traps set on the ground?
We've got some throwing snares. The only problem is the damn Harpies are too strong. They need to be weakened before you hit them with the throwing snares. I may have a sword, but I'm not a fighter. That's too dangerous an approach for me.
Great. Give me the throwing snares. How many harpies do you need?
Lord Deal said a few. So 4, I'd say. Yes, 4 Harpies should do. If this works, please tell his lordship that we gave you the traps, all right?
Yeah, all right. Natural water. Alright, let's go capture some harpies. Alright, that's one. Oh, that's cool. Let's go up this way. There is no Harpy. Let's disarm this trap.
Deal is so interested in keeping these things alive. What can you learn when a damn Harpy is trying to peck your eyes out?
I don't know, but I just killed the Harpy instead of capturing it. I went too hard. Alright, that's two. Freshly picked bones.
This is a fresh kill. Be alert. Whatever did this could be watching us.
Okay. Where are these Harpies? There's one. Why won't it let me? There we go. I was like, why wouldn't it let me catch one of them? There's another one. Oh, that was fun. What the heck? Well, I'll just let those arrows go. Alright, let's head back to those brothers. Oh, man. Alright, I think another one of the daggers is up here. Who is this? Fire Song. Fire Song. Is this a new faction we're not aware of yet? Dark Elf Bed. We'll take that.
Wait, is that Gelvin up there? What in Malakath's name is he tangled up in?
Thank you, old friend. Thought I was going to become bird food before you got here. Hello. That was a bit of a predicament. The Remley brothers do set a good trap, I must say. That one trussed me up tight. But now that you're here... Wait a moment. Who are you?
Lord Dell hired me to help the daggers.
Help? The daggers don't need any... Oh, who am I kidding? I'm the leader of the daggers, and we don't have a clue as to what we're doing out here. If you're willing, we'd appreciate any help you care to provide.
Sure. What do you want me to do?
I was collecting unhatched harpy eggs to bring back to camp. One of the things Lord Deal needs to complete his research. I got one egg, but we need to collect a few more.
Where can I find the harpy eggs?
In the nests above. Be gentle with them. I don't want the hatchlings to come to any harm. I'm going to rest a moment and then head back to camp. With the gold his lordship pays us, the daggers can really make a go of this mercenary thing.
I don't know if you guys are cut out for it. Alright, where are these eggs now? Here's one. Nope. That's just a skull. That isn't an egg. Here's two. And nope, there's no egg in this nest. Just doing a little bit of mountain climbing, descending. Okay. Perfect roll. Alright, that's 3. And number 4. Should be up here somewhere. I had switched weapon sets. That's why I wasn't doing my abilities. I was like, what? What's going on here? Where is this egg? Is it down here? No, it's not. Well, I went this way for nothing. But we get to enjoy the scenery. We get to kill a few harpies. That is 4 eggs. So we collected some harpies, we collected some harpy eggs, and now one more dagger, member of the daggers to check out and see what they want. Where is this one now? This is the foul wing. Oh, okay, this is who we need to defeat.
That's all that Lord Deal asked us to do. Let's head back, but I want to have a chat before we enter the camp.
You want to have a chat with Lord Deal?
Wonder why Lord Deal is so interested in keeping these things alive. What can you learn when a damn harpy is trying to peck your eyes out?
Okay, so he wants to talk to Lord Deal. I don't think he wants to talk to me. There go my ankles.
This is a good spot. Let's talk here before we return to the camp.
Oh, you wanted to talk to me.
Listen, you've helped the daggers a lot, and we appreciate it. But before we go back to camp, I need to make sure you understand something.
Okay, I'm listening.
Gelvin has a good head and a good heart. Always puts the daggers first and keeps us on the right side of the law. Of course, that's part of the reason we're still struggling. Sometimes mercenaries can't be too choosy about the jobs they take.
Why are you telling me this?
This Lord Deal, something's not right with him. Why does a noble care about harpies? But whatever, it doesn't matter. The daggers need to get paid. If not, our mercenary group collapses, and we're all back to the streets, again.
What do you think Deal is up to?
You're not listening. I'm saying that it doesn't matter. He could be a saint or Molag Bal himself. What matters is that we get paid so the daggers can stay together. Got that? Now let's get back to camp.
So then why tell me... Oh my god, guy. So his whole thing was, it doesn't matter. So then why tell me you have a bad feeling about Deal? Like, I don't, okay, whatever.
You can't keep them like this, Lord Deal. They're in pain.
I can do what I like with them. After all, I'm the one investigating why these birdies have become so very, very angry.
Ugh. When Gelvin gets back, he won't stand for this.
All right. Let's talk to Adair. Adair?
Oh, his lordship has a plan, but that's nothing new. He has plans coming out his ears. But this one might actually work out this time.
What kind of plan are we talking about?
Oh, you know, a plan. To, save Daggerfall from the Harpies. Yeah, that's it. You know what? You ask too many questions. Talk to his lordship if you want to get involved.
Oh, that just makes me feel so much better about the situation. Daggers Mercenary. Grenette Feldrin.
Greedy, ignorant, ugly son of a mammoth's ass. That Deal can go leap in the river.
Okay. Balin.
Something's not right. Gelvin hasn't returned yet, and Lord Deal's getting more and more impatient. By Azura, he doesn't look like he intends to do much research either. I think he likes to watch those creatures suffer.
Okay. Armel?
I didn't realize the Harpies would be in so much agony. They hate being trapped like that. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about all this.
Now you're starting to get a bad feeling? Okay. Bumnog let me know that he expects the daggers to get paid no matter what Lord Deal is actually up to. I should speak to Lord Deal back at camp and let him know that his research has been collected.
No, you're back. Much more reliable than those damn daggers. I don't see their leader, Gelvin. He didn't come back with you? More gold for the rest of you, I suppose. Now hand over the eggs, please.
Here are the eggs, but Gelvin hasn't returned yet?
I believe we already covered that. Now let me have a look at these beauties. Oh, so round and smooth. Well, oval, really. I'll begin studying these eggs right away. Wait a moment.
What's the matter?
Where's the other egg? I was promised 5 Harpy eggs, not 4. Didn't they teach you to count? There will be no deal without 5 eggs. 5. No more, no less. Imbeciles!
Gelvin has the 5th egg.
Then I suggest you find that bootless lout and get it back. There will be consequences. These are my eggs. Let his sister know that if Gelvin doesn't return, I will have his right hand cut off for stealing from a noble.
Oh my god.
Dealing with fools and idealists makes me thirsty. I need a drink.
Oh, he needs a good smack to the mouth. Grenette, your brother, what's up?
Greedy, ignorant, ugly son of a mammoth's ass. That deal can go leap in the river.
Why is Lord Deal so angry?
I wish I knew. The rest of the daggers made it back, but there's been no sign of my brother. I had my doubts about getting involved with Lord Deal. I just wish I'd told Gelvin about them. But who are you anyway? Why do you care about any of this?
Trust me, I had no idea what I was getting into.
Well, you helped my brother and his daggers so far. I only hope we can continue to count on your support. So, listen. I heard Deal's threats. His claim is ridiculous, but he has gold. Paying guards to support a false accusation is easy enough.
What do you have in mind?
I think I know where you can find my brother. Whether you agree with Gelvin, me, or the bastard Deal over there, we need to find Gelvin and that egg. I don't want to see my brother get hurt.
Where can I find him?
There's a house on an island directly west of this camp. That's where we first met with Lord Deal. I could see that Gelvin was very interested in the place. I'll give you a head start before I tell Deal about it. Now go. Find my brother.
Okay. Alright, so where is this house? It is all the way on that little island over there. She wasn't lying. So a simple little quest for harpies and eggs turned into something a little more interesting. So let's go investigate this fishing house. Look at that lighthouse. That's cool looking. The werewolf's hide. Vampire frost mage. Skeletal thunderball. Oh, what is this? A lich? Oh, what did I get myself into? If you could hear my keyboard, I was nervous. I did not think I would get away with that one. Gold bloodthorn necklace. Oh, a soul gem. Makes a level 20 poison slime. I'll take it. A spider? What the heck? So we beat that lich. I don't know how. But let's get to this fishing house.
You go and talk to him. I'll wait out here. Remember what I said. Daggers first, ideals second.
Okay. That's an advanced lock. I'm not qualified for that. Yeah, we can't steal from the treasure trove, right? Can we? No, I don't think we can. Mildred's fishing cabin. All right, Gelvin. Heavy armor forging. Breton sconce. All right.
Something fishy's going on here. I think Lord Deal hasn't been entirely truthful with us. But how did you find me? Grenette sent you, didn't she?
You didn't bring the egg back to camp. Grenette is worried and Deal is upset.
I know. I was on my way back when I decided to investigate this place. When we first arrived, Deal and his sons came out of this building to greet us. I figured if there was any place to get any answers, it was right here.
And what have you discovered?
Nothing yet, but this whole situation feels off. I'm sure that his lordship hasn't told us the whole truth about the Harpy frenzy. Anyway, I'm not leaving this house until I find something that sheds light on what Deal is up to.
Then I'll help you look. Filled bottle. Examine that. The bottles are filled with a strange, pungent liquid. It smells very healthy. Suspicious fish. Unlike the other fish around the room, this particular one smells surprisingly fresh. Prepared with the right amount of spice, it might even be considered edible. Suspicious urn. Whatever secrets this urn once held have since been removed. All that remains is a scattering of pungent ashes. The chest. This foul-smelling chest contains a surprising number of rotting fish. Coffer, files, awls, and other tiny implements make up what appears to be some manner of lore-making kit. Okay, nothing too out of the ordinary. A suspicious rug. Contact with House Deal. To fisherman Halvern Miltron and Company. As per our conversations, here is the signed contract completing our deal. You should have also received the bottles of elixir that will cause the effects we desire. Be careful, as I had to deal with various nefarious organizations within Daggerfall to procure the amounts needed. Apply the contents to a full bottle to your daily haul of fish. Then leave the treated fish for the harpies to feast upon. We should begin to see our effects within a matter of days. As the harpies consume the tainted fish, they will become extremely aggressive. As the harpy threat rises, the nasty birds will have to be dealt with. Once they're eliminated, we can expand Daggerfall down the coast and increase our investment 100-fold. Secrecy is imperative. In the meantime, I will have another group procure harpies and their eggs. We might as well make a profit from the creatures while we're at it. No one needs to know how this started. It should appear that we just doing our civic duty in helping the great city of Daggerfall in its time of need. Lord Alain Deal of Daggerfall. Okay.
You found something, didn't you? What is it?
Well, Deal agitated the harpies in order so he could expand and try to make himself look as the hero when he tried to deal with the harpies. Basically, that's the rundown.
Tell me what you found.
I found this contract. Lord Deal knows more about the harpies than he let on.
Let me see that. What in the name of... Lord Deal's been poisoning the harpies the entire time. He orchestrated their frenzy, and he claimed he's been trying to help. He's been using us.
He's also paying you enough to keep the Daggerfalls together. The daggers together.
It's tainted gold. The daggers don't operate that way. We're not common thieves that break the law just to fill our own pockets. This is a dangerous edge to walk, and it cuts both ways. I didn't want the daggers to start out like this.
But what happens if the daggers don't get paid?
Well, we'd have to disband. We'd go our separate ways and hope we can find a way to feed our families. Damn it. This isn't an easy choice. I just can't accept that we'd get our start helping a noble do the wrong thing.
All right, we can have him do the right thing, or we can have him just accept the gold. Sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do to feed your family, but these guys seem... Yeah, we can't let this happen. No matter what happens, you have to do the right thing and reveal Lord Deal's treachery.
Of course, you're right. Deal has to be stopped. I think I know what to do. And if all else fails, I've always been good at improvisation.
What do you need me to do?
You've done enough. Just keep Lord Deal busy. It's not up to you to finish this. That's work for the daggers. Even if it turns out to be our last job, we're going to do it right.
Okay. Let's return to Deal. And he's right here. How convenient.
Gelvin's sister gave up his location so easily. Now where is that damn thief? And where in the 8 is my damn egg?
You're not getting that harpy egg.
What did you say? How dare you? That's my property. You expect to get away with this? I knew I shouldn't have put my trust in a bunch of low-life scum. You'll be in the hands of the Daggerfall Guard by the end of day.
Or they could learn how this harpy threat really started.
You think the Guard would believe you? Some street rats who lay a claim against a well-respected noble? You're dumber than you look. The Guard will chuckle as they lead you to the dungeons. Or maybe we'll just end this right now.
Actually, King Casimir and I are good friends.
You? Friends with the king? Oh, that's brilliant. Really, it is. You must dine with his family on a regular basis? Perhaps vacation together in the countryside? I'll give him your regards. It's a shame about your tragic accident and all. Guards!
Well, actually, I saved King Casimir's life, but okay.
Guards! What in the Divine's name are you...
Well, if you saw what we were talking to Deal, that I believe it was Gelvin who snuck up behind the guards and killed him and then released one of those harpies. Oh man. Alright, let's talk to Bumnog.
So Gelvin killed the bastard? I didn't think he had it in him. It still doesn't change the fact that he botched our entire deal. I told you to talk him out of it.
Lord Deal planned to sell the harpies and eggs. He was using you.
Yeah, I figured that out. His lordship was also behind the whole Harpy menace thing too, wasn't he? Well, it's a good thing I decided not to count on Gelvin to turn a profit.
What do you mean?
I snatched this from the camp when no one was looking. It's not much, but a few gems are better than no gems at all. Why don't you tell Gelvin that you found it on his lordship's body? We don't want him to think I stole it or anything.
Why don't you just give it to Gelvin?
Well, I trust you. Besides, I need to set these birdies free, and they're not going to be very happy when I do. You've dealt with enough dagger business for one day. Leave this to me. Go on, go on. I'll catch up later.
Okay, be careful. So now we need to talk to Gelvin. This was a pretty fun quest.
I'm sorry I failed you. I know you were all counting on me. Deal's gone, but I don't feel any better. These people depended on me and I failed them. I can't even do one job correctly.
Don't give up on the daggers just yet.
What do you mean?
I found this bag of gems on Lord Deal's body, or I can tell him that Bumnog snatched these gems from Lord Deal's camp. Yeah, I'm not going to rat out Bumnog. He's just trying to help. I found this bag of gems on Lord Deal's body.
The pompous ass carried these around with him? That figures. Technically, we did complete the job. Wait, what am I saying? This isn't right. These gems don't belong to us.
You earned these gems, and now the daggers can stay together.
I thought the daggers were finished, but, well, looks like we have a future after all. Here, take this, for helping us finish the job. Consider it a small token of our appreciation. And you'll always have a place with the daggers if you want it.
Alright. And it looks like we're going to get some better boots in the process. Perfect. Anything else to say?
By the 8, we've done it. The daggers will live on. Thank you, friend.
No problem. Just be more careful in the jobs you choose.
Thank you for helping my brother. I was worried there for a bit, but it looks like everything worked out in the end.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I knew Gelvin would come through. We chose a good leader for the daggers.
Wait, does this mean I get to build more traps and gadgets now? This is most excellent news.
Most excellent. Okay, that was a pretty productive episode. If you stuck with me, thank you. I appreciate it. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. And if you enjoyed adventuring with me, I hope you come back. Have a good one. See ya.